What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. So today I wanted to give my thoughts on auto fight in Marvel Contest of Champions, and also give you guys some information on what I believe are the best characters, and also explain, why they are the best characters to auto fight. So let's start off with that, because I imagine that's probably what most of you have clicked the video for. So the best 4 characters in my opinion are Scarlet Witch with a full crit team, and then by themselves, Ultron, Wolverine, and if you're lucky enough to have him, the classic version of Deadpool. All of these characters, without doing anything particularly special, can almost reliably regen, so they are exceptionally good, especially when you kind of are going through those long maps. You want a character that can reliably regen. And now there are a few characters that do have regen in the game that I believe can also be used as well, like Iron Man, Iron Patriot, and Superior Iron Man are also some great options. However, there are certain scenarios in which, the regen can be bypassed, say, because it triggers at a very low health threshold. So you might get right there, it's 15% it triggers, so they're slightly less reliable, and that's why I'm ranking them a little bit lower. And there are also other characters in the game with regen that probably some of you in the comments are going to be like, Seatin, why don't you recommend these characters? So the first one I think is Doctor Strange. And now while Doctor Strange does have regen, his regen actually doesn't trigger until his 3rd cycle, which is 14 seconds into a fight. And for every fight there is kind of an easy or medium fight, which is the fights that you're going to be using auto fight on. You're not going to get to that. You're never going to get to that. He's gonna, the fight's going to be over before then, so it's pretty worthless. With guillotines as well, Guillotine has a rare chance to regen when she's duped. I don't really believe it's strong enough. She's okay. She is an option for auto fight, and she's still pretty good for that. But in terms of reliability, I just don't think it's enough to be a reliable champion. Ghost Rider does have a regen as well that you can activate on his heavy attacks, but then again, the AI auto fight is not going to play them in exactly the order that you want to, so that is not going to be super reliable. Wolverine X-23 does have a very slight regen, but it is nowhere near as powerful as Wolverine's, so that is why I would much rather recommend Wolverine over her. Although she's alright, she isn't bad. The problem is with this character, if you get unlucky with the auto fight, she is very flimsy and dies very quickly, so would not recommend that. And apart from that, I'm just kind of looking for other characters. You have Magic, who's okay. Magic's okay with a rewind, but the problem is you're never gaining health with rewind. You're only recovering lost health, so you're not going to be going up as you go through the various fights, so wouldn't recommend that. With Venom Pool as well, doesn't really have enough healing leech with the auto fight an auto play feature on to actually recover health and stay at a sustainable level, so would not recommend that. And with characters like Captain America and Quake, while they are very good in the hands of a skilled player, in the hands of an AI, they are not very good at all. So yeah, would not recommend that, guys. But yeah, if you want the 4 characters that are just absolute god mode when it comes to auto fight, it's your Scarlet Witch, it is your Ultron, it is Wolverine, and if you are lucky enough to have him, the classic version of Deadpool. So those are my recommendations. Now, what do I actually think of the auto fight feature? So I'm going to actually put on some auto fighting while talking about this, but I believe it is a very great addition to the game. Now, initially when it was kind of announced, I didn't really think I'd have much use of it because I have a lot of time throughout my day to proactively play the game, but then since it's been added, I've actually found quite a lot of use for it in my daily routine. Just going through some of the more easy quests, it's really handy when you actually don't have to pick up the device and hold it with both hands and play. So for example, in the morning when I get up, I like to make a bit of breakfast, a cup of tea, and I can literally just chill there, just moving my character, having the auto fight on while I'm, multitasking and doing other stuff, and I really like that. I think it's also exceptionally great for anybody in kind of like a working environment or a place of learning environment that enjoys a good amount of procrastination, guys. I think a lot of people, myself included, are very guilty of procrastination in the workplace. It's something that a lot of people do. And it's really great, it's really great for that environment because you can just have the game playing and you don't have to hold it. Literally, you can just have it under your desk or doing it on the sly. Again, guys, it's a little bit of a guilty pleasure that I'm sure quite a few of you share in. So while it isn't this amazing endgame defining feature. I think it definitely has a use and is making doing some of the easier maps and very trivial content a lot less painful, because you know, now you don't have to sit down and actually grind it. You can just passively do it while continuing, you know, with other day-to-day activities, which I think is pretty cool. But I think I speak for pretty much all the community when we say, you know, we've got this version, we're really happy with this version of auto fight, but we want something a little bit more. You know, this time from moving on the maps, it's not really needed, and I think the evolution of this, which I hope to see within the next like 6 to 12 months, is you can open a map, and providing you've either like completed that map once, or that your team rating is maybe 2 or 3 times the map, so you know you're trivializing the content. You can literally just select the path that you want, hit clear, or deduct the energy, and boom, the time is gone. So that's hopefully that direction that we kind of see the game move towards. I guess that would be good. It would certainly save a lot of time, because as more stuff gets added, as more tiers of character get added, there is a lot of mindless grinding in some of the lower tiers and easier stuff that you have to do. So to have that completely alleviated would be absolutely fantastic. So as you can see, guys, Scarlet Witch, it's also really great for me as somebody that, you know, likes to play the game and commentate and chat on my live streams as well, because on the really easy stuff, the game can just play itself while I'm answering all your questions in chat, and also, you know, ranting and talking about auto fight. So overall, guys, I'm really liking the auto fight feature. Again, being the ever so greedy and demanding consumer, I would like to see a bit more of an advanced version in 6 to 12 months time, maybe even sooner, but I don't believe we're going to get anything that advanced so soon. But you know, I'd like to see in the future where you can literally just on a map like this that is literally so easy, where I'm 2 to 3 shotting everything, I can just draw out a path, hit energy, done, and I don't have to spend you know, like hours trying to complete all the trivial content. So that's what I'd like to see, guys. Anyway, let me know in the comments below, guys, what are your thoughts on auto fight? What champions are you finding are working really well? Apart from that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a thumbs up. That'd be greatly appreciated. Take care, guys, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.